Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look and have a listen to this History Guitars Dignity model today. It is out of the Fujigen factory in Japan, and it's pretty much a one-to-one Les Paul custom clone. The big difference being that instead of having a mahogany cap, it is a reclaimed maple cap using some maple from the bottom of a lake that had been there for 100 or so years. So that's kind of cool. Everything else, though, is pretty much what you would expect in a guitar that looks like this, just at a fraction of the price. A big thank you to my buddy Tim from MT Guitars for loaning me this guitar for a week. I've used it in a couple of other videos on my channel, but I wanted to go into depth with this one. They are the Goto 510 tuners on the back, which kind of look like so. I'm a big fan of these tuners. They're very, very sensitive. They really let you dial in the tuning in a way that, you know, your traditional kind of Kluson tuners don't do. The ratio is a bit finer on them, and I like the way they look. Everything else is pretty much just, you know, what you'd expect for the spec on a guitar like this. So let's have a listen to it. I really, really like the neck pickup on this guitar. It is nice and airy, and if you just have it on about 2, you get this. So it cleans up absolutely beautifully. Let's have a listen to the bridge pickup on this, then we'll swap over to the middle combo, which I love on single cut style guitars. So this is the bridge pickup. I'll start with it on about 2 again. Very, very nice and crunchy, doing everything you would expect a Les Paul style guitar to do. Let's use that middle combo, so underrated on single cut guitars. I'll start with both controls at about, let's say at about 4, and then I'll bring the bridge pickup up a little bit and then the neck pickup up a little bit. Beautiful stuff. I love that kind of wiry thing that you get out of both pickups on with the bridge pickup turned up a little bit higher. This guitar does it so well. It says on here that it has the circle fretting system. I actually don't know too much about that. If anybody would like to weigh in the comments section and tell me a bit about that. If you know something about these history guitars, that would be awesome, because it doesn't seem to be a whole lot of information out there on the World Wide Web, other than the fact that they come out of the Fujigen factory and a few things about the specs. One thing that I really like about this guitar, and I would say this about my Headway acoustic guitar, also out of Japan, and my STR LJ1, the fret ends here are just so nice. You don't have the nibs like you would on a Gibson guitar, and the way the frets are actually kind of rounded and polished just makes them so smooth to play up and down here. I know some people really like the fret nibs. Personally, I'm not that into them. I like guitars without it. I'll have to do a little B-roll close-up on that one. The only thing I could say about this guitar that I'm not super into, I think the frets are just a little bit not tall enough. I would personally like taller frets on a guitar like this. When I think of a kind of black Les Paul custom guitar, I always think of John Sykes, and taller frets definitely help if you want to do that totally over-the-top Whitesnake 1987 thing. But otherwise, for the kind of price that these go for, I've seen them around the US $1,000 mark on places like Reverb. You get a whole lot of guitar for your money, and the fit and finish and overall tone and attention to detail on these Fujigen guitars really makes them a bargain. So if you're not too concerned about the name on the headstock, something like this is a great alternative to your traditional single cut design, especially if you want to go all in and have it, have the kind of tuxedo look that this guitar has. Alrighty, if you have any other specific questions, or if you know anything about these guitars and want to weigh in the comments section while somebody is hooning down the street in their big automobile, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to play you guys out with a little bit of Whitesnake. I just need to increase the gain a tiny little bit for that. Thanks so much for watching the video. I'll see you next time.